I guess. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I had this idea like a while ago, but the thing is I never actually went ahead and filmed the video because I didn't know how it was going to turn out. But I was like, you know what, just might as well film it, put it up and see how it goes. Basically, the way this is going to work is every time like there's a launch and I'm interested in the product, what I'm going to do is basically react to the makeup product, basically, whether it's usually it's probably gonna be always palettes because that's what I react to the most. To be honest, like when it's foundation, I mean foundation is foundation, because the thing is I'm not necessarily gonna have the product with me. It's just me having like a first reaction to the launch, I guess I would say, of the product, seeing it on Instagram, whatever pictures I can get, even if they have the YouTube videos on the launch or whatever, some kind of video just showing the products. It's basically like you when you see a new product and you're like, oh, like this is new, like what it's about. So I wanted to film my reaction, but the thing is it's not a first reaction because I have to see the product first before I do the video, right? So basically that's what we're gonna do. Also I'm gonna kind of break it down a little bit and see like the pros and cons. It's not necessarily me telling you, oh yeah, go and buy the product, because it's like it's hard to tell you to buy something if I haven't tried it first. But honestly, it's something like, am I interested in it or not? It's me reacting to like a launch, a new product, makeup product, or whatever you want to put it. I got this idea because I watched Brad Mundo on YouTube. He does like hair stuff. You guys know I used to work in a hair salon. I'm always fascinated by hair transformation. I love it, and that's what he does. Basically, he watches YouTube videos and he's like, he just reacts to them. People fucking up their hair. People like really doing good jobs while doing their hair. So I thought I would do this about the same thing. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. And also I wanted to do this kind of video so we can just talk about makeup in the comment section, like give our thoughts without being disrespectful. I don't like people who be disrespectful. Just talking about products, what you think about it, what you don't like about it, would you go and buy it, I guess, like just talking about it in the comments, so like we engage some kind of conversation about makeup products. And that's why I'm doing this video, basically. So for today's video, I wanted to react on the new launch that Huda Beauty has. She has a new palette coming out November 1st, which is in a few days from today. Today's October 29, just so you guys know, I'm filming this on October 29, but I know it's launching on November 1st. So I don't know when this video is gonna go up. It might be after the launch, before the launch. You guys just have to like figure it out for yourself from when I'm gonna upload it. So basically this is the palette. The palette is first hand, honestly, the palette is really nice. It's called the Naughty palette. I know there's a message behind her palette. I didn't watch a video of her talking about like the message behind it, because for me it's just like, I'm probably gonna go and watch it because if it's important I'll go and watch it, but that won't change my perception of the palette, because me it's really about the shadows and how it looks and the pigmentation and all that. So first of all, I'm looking at the palette right now. It looks really nice first hand. I think it looks really good. You have those like marble shades. On like the second shade is like a marble with like blue and stuff like that. It's nice to look at, honestly. It's really nice to look at. The thing is, I don't think it really does anything when you go ahead and like put it on your lids or swatch it. It's just always like a surprise to see, like when you see on the pan and when you swatch it, what kind of color difference it does. Because obviously like when you swatch it, it's not gonna be marble, right? Like, let's be honest. It's gonna be different. When you look at it, it looks pretty. When I look at the swatches after that, like you can see, I guess, the second shade from the top, which is called, let me see, what is it called? Which is called Passion. You can see once she swatches it, it has like an iridescent kind of purplish shade going to it. Like, it looks really nice, honestly. I love those kind of shade. Like when it moves, it kind of gives you like different kind of hues. Like, I love shades like that. But honestly, looking at the swatches, they look really pigmented. Also, I love the fact that they're not fake swatches. I mean, those kind of swatches, like it just looks the same on any like kind of skin tone, which is not true. Like, I don't want to shade anyone, but I don't like swatches from Anastasia. When she does swatches, they're basically like painted on. Like you can tell like a computer did it. Like they're not real swatches. These look like pretty much real swatches, which I appreciate, even if like she passed 2-3 times. I don't care, because I pack on matte shadows anyways. It looks really, really good. It looks really, really good. The only thing is, like, looking at the shadows, I'm like, they kind of look like her nude palettes. You know those like 9-pan palette that she has? I have one actually. Let me show you. Like these ones. Yeah, I only have one because, you know, the one that looks like this. Basically, you guys see me. I did a makeup tutorial on this palette. I did a review. When I look at it, it reminds me of this. I'm not saying they're exactly the same swatches, but it reminds me a lot of like of those palettes. Even like if I go, basically I'm on her page, basically that's what I'm doing. But if you go down and you look at like the other like shadows, it looks a lot like that. So I don't know what she did. Did she like just took those 3 palettes and put it in one palette? I'm sure they're not exactly the same, but it reminds me a lot of those palettes, as if like she just took those and put them all in one palette. I hope that's not what she did, because that would be sad, I guess, because and in a point where like I have this palette, so why would I go and buy the other one, you know? It would be weird, I guess. But this is the first impression that I have. Like, I don't know. I would have to wait and see like what people do with the palette. If like I feel like the looks are really similar to the other to the old looks with the nude, like the mini nude palettes. What did you call it? Nude medium, nude light, and nude rich palettes all together. Because right now this is what the vibe it's giving me. I'm trying to find some swatches from like the nude, her nude palette. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, it kind of looks similar, honestly. It's not the same. Like this one, for example, it's really, really peachy, but this is like the vibe it's giving me. Some shades are really similar, honestly, but it's not all exactly the same, but the shade do look similar. That's why like I find it's important to do research, because sometimes like, especially like some companies, I feel like they just recycle their eyeshadows. They don't really like do anything different. That's the first impression I'm getting from this palette. I mean, the palette looks gorgeous by itself. It looks really, really good. The only thing is, like, honestly, when you look at the palette, you're like, oh my god, it's so nice, it's so cute, whatever. But once you swatch it, you're just like, okay, well, it looks like your other launch, basically. But a bit more richer, I guess. Because some of the burgundy colors looks really, really rich and really, really nice. And just the vibe that it's giving me doesn't mean that all the shades are the same, but it's just the vibe. Honestly, it was like, it's just a comparison, like to think about, basically. She talks about, I saw the video, but I only saw like a second of it, like the beginning, or like there was a small video somewhere that she posted on YouTube. Basically, it was the launch, and she was talking about how there's one shade in the palette, which is the last one, which is called Slippery. Basically, it's beads inside the palette. So she was saying that depending on which palette you get in your hands, it would look different on everyone. Like everyone would have like kind of a different kind of vibe from it. It's essentially the same thing, but some people might get more of a like a blue tint, like compared to like a, I don't know, it's just a really slippery. It gives you like a kind of glossy lid kind of vibe to it. That's all I heard from it. That's really much all I can say right now. I guess for me, like, I don't know right now if I would go and get it. I love pinkish shadows. I love burgundy shadows. I think they really complement me really well. Really, really well. I don't know if I would go and buy it, only because like I already have her Nude Rich. I have a couple of her nude palettes, you know, so it's like, do I really want to go and buy a palette? And her palettes are not cheap. Like a palette like that would be like around, like here, $100 with tax, you know. So it's, for me, it's like, should I go and get it? I don't know. I seriously wouldn't know if I would right now. It's the kind of palette that just I wouldn't just jump on it and just go and get it. I would have to wait and see what people make of it. Not necessarily like if they like it or don't like it, just for me to see what kind of looks they're gonna go and do with it. And if it's I feel like it's my vibe, I might go and get it. But I never bought any of her big palettes because to me they are like pretty expensive. But I do like her small mini palettes like this. They're always so pigmented, so smooth, so easy to blend. Like I'm not worried about that at all. It's just for me like the colors that she chose for her palette. That's more like I'm worried about. Yeah, that's it. I guess that's it for today. I don't really have anything more to say. I just wanted to talk to you guys. Meet me in the comments so we can talk about the products. And if you guys have any ideas of what you want me to like critique, I guess, and talk about in my next video like that, I guess I'll make it a series. Just let me know. So like I said, the palette, it's called the Nutty Nude palette. There's a message behind it if you guys want to go and check her YouTube channel. She has a whole message behind the palette. It's about her, I think, her sexuality and like stuff like that, how she wanted to express herself. That's what I heard behind the vines. I'm not really sure what it's about, honestly. Just let me know if you guys have another launch and you want me to critique, and we can talk about it in the comments and stuff like that. I don't really have anything more to say. I hope you guys are still around, checking my videos and just subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe. And by the way, I just look at her picture. All the pictures are from Instagram. And yeah. And also, you guys can follow me on Instagram. I'm pretty like consistent on Instagram. I'm pretty consistent on Instagram right now. I kind of took like a break at the same time when I took a break from YouTube. I took a break from Instagram also. But now I'm pretty like upbeat. Like I put some reels. I put some TikTok. I have TikTok, by the way. I'll put it down below, I guess, if you guys want to follow me on TikTok. And I don't post much, to be honest. What else? Yeah, all my social media are down below if you guys want to follow me. And yeah, thank you for everybody who comments, subscribe to my channel. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.